Hi, Nette here. How are you? We are just starting on our Facebook as well. We'll give them a second to come together. Look at this beautiful card while you're waiting. So, as I said in my introduction, if you got to it, I saw my friend Jenny. She's on Jenny's card creating, and she did one but different. I added my take. She did a arch, I did other stuff, and we are who we are, and you can share your cards, and I thank her for the ideas. I just added a few things and made it mine. So that's the inside. Done some blending, and I have an envelope here. Now if you want to take a picture of the instructions, they're there. If you want to, if you need to buy anything on there, you have to add my host code, and you type into AnnetteFalconer.stampingup.net, and you can have a look there. And the numbers of the items I use is Memorable Blooms. The number is there, the quote number, order number, and the dies are that number. If you spend $100, you end up doing Celebration, which is this little book, and you get, like I've had the DSP, I've got the sparkles. I didn't put a big order in last time. It's you know, adds up a bit sometimes. I got this one, which I use today on a card for my class. I have a class in February, once a month, and so I've done that for them. I also got, not this, to use today. I have got, this one was the Celebration, so that was free with the $100, and this is the memorable. I did this last week because I did a memorable card too, but I did a different one, so I thought I'd just do a spin, a little easier card this one, I think. Where did I put last week's card? I think I might have sent them both away. I think I have sent them both away, sorry about that. So, oh, that's right, we drew, and one of the ladies won the stamp set, and then I did the pop-up card with the candlelight in it, and I sent that one to one of the ladies. I sent it to Jill Lancet because she gave the stamp set forward because she already had it, so I sent her that stamp. And the other one that I forgot to cut the back out on, I sent to my girlfriend for her birthday, so I couldn't send the candle anyway, so it ended up really well. So as I said, you make mistakes, just move on, it's no problem. So that's what we're using again today, and that was the freebie from the other cards. And so the freebie, I just put an order in, a couple of people wanted some stuff, and I put an order in, and so I'll give them something to say thank you. Of course, I'll give them a thank you card. I've ordered this one. So, well, that's the free one because I brought some stuff. So I thought, I like the look of that, isn't it? And I love that. Isn't that lovely? But I have a funny feeling that would be dies or your fussy cutting. So I might be sitting there with me gin and tonic doing some fussy cutting. So I don't mind that, though. I kind of like fussy cutting sometimes. Some nights you do need to sit and do some stuff. So let's get on. So if you've taken a photo, that's the instructions. Do you want me to put it up higher so you can snap that? And because we're in Australia, in America, if you're watching in America, your card stock is 11 ounces, 12, 11, let me have a look. Let me get one. So our card stock is 11, it's under 12. So we can use that to make two cards, 5.5 by 8 and quarter. So actually America is 8.5, 8.25. Ours is 8. No, theirs is 8.5. Ours is 8.25. So we cut at 8.25, and then we score at 4 1/8. And often when you get instructions from people in America, you've got to really look at them. Otherwise you're going to cut the card this way and lose all your card, because that will make 2 cards. If you see this, okay, so it'll make 1 card there, 1 card there, and it gives you a strip. And I use the strips to stamp things. I use them to put greetings on, everything like that. So if you're doing an American pattern, just cut it back a bit, and then when you have to cut your pieces, just concentrate on what you're doing and measure before you do it, because then you'll be able to work it out. Okay, so good luck on that. Let's start off on here. Oh, Hearts of Elegance. I did one of those. Oh, what was that? My last card. Oh, that was my husband's. Gosh. So as I said, there's it is. And you can find me on Facebook, Nettie's Card Making Classes on Facebook, as well as on YouTube as Classy Creative Cards with Nettie. So let's start. Isn't that pretty? I don't normally do on an envelope because I'm worried it goes through, but look at that. It doesn't even come through there. You can put a piece of card in behind there. That's a couple of tricks, and I'll tell you one too. I just got a new mat for what's it called, a stamping mat, and you know, like I've got to the stage with the last one, you use it and use it and use it, and it just goes black and black and black and black. But if you actually don't be lazy and wash it after every one, you'll basically keep it a bit cleaner a bit longer, and then you just leave it damp in here. But these cases are just card cases that you can buy from Stamping Up a pack of 3, and I bought some, but because they have air that can get through, they do dry out. You do have to use your old drink bottle and fill them up again. Alright, so as I said, this card is the 8, where are we on the ones here? We are 8.25, and we score at 8 at 4 1/8. Alright, so now for the top, so when I do my card classes, we are using one of our old sets, so when I do their card classes, I have to make all the packs up. And so they don't forget, I put top, because the top one in this case is smaller than the inside card mat. So, and I mean, look, if anyone wants a kit like this, it's $5 plus postage. If you're in Australia, of course, the postage is only about $2, I think, because you can get it through they have a put thing that you put the envelope through, and I think it's $3, so it'd be $8 if you want me to make up one of the kits. I'm happy. Only thing I can't do is I can't stamp. I can't do your flowers on this one, but on that one it's like stamping. I've got some, so if you've got anything you want, well, you know, I can do it. Alright, so we're gonna just get that on its edges properly. Sometimes you measure it properly, but it doesn't always go down. So give it a clean. What do I do there? Just quickly, I have got a little bit. This is a good glass mat, but you do sometimes get a bit on it. And I was doing some stuff before. Where's my trusty blanket? Right. Cloth gone. Here it is. I was sitting on it. I always have it on the back of my seat just to, so I've got it nice and clean. Alright, so we've got that. So we're going to start working. I'll put this back up here. We're going to start working on our top. Alright, so that's nice and dry now. And so because I've got top there, I'm just going to turn it over because the paper's so good here that you won't see it on the other side. and we're going to use the Misty Moonlight. I'm using Night of Navy, but the DSP, which is the... Oh, I put it away. I did some cleaning up. Oh my goodness, here it is. I put it away. Oh, silly girl, it's cleaning up. So this is called Mediterranean Blooms, but I don't like the fruits, and it's just me, I don't like fruit. And when I brought it, I saw the DSP. If you turn it over, it's got some stunning blues. That one, look at these. It's busy, but it's really nice. What am I going to do? Give Peach lemons. The only time I use lemons is for a gin. So I ended up using this one, which is the oranges on the back. See, even like oranges in my gin, that's good. So that's from there. I thought I've got to use it up somehow. And when I saw her card, I thought, oh, that's good. So I'm going to use, so the colours I have used is Night Navy on here and on here on the brushing. But on here I'm going to use, what's that? It's my card. I'm putting that to the side. And have I got my inside card? That's my one. So I'm just going to grab, I cut a lot of my inside cards ready. So we'll need our brushing in a minute. We're going to just start off the card, because we don't, if you drop it straight on your card, you get darker movements on it. Okay, so you've got to start off. So I'm just going to take this up a bit. I don't want it too much. Just a little bit up around the top, but only light. I've done even a bit more than I did. Alright, now for this one, I'm doing that for the inside, is I'm just going to do a little bit from the bottom again. I love how it darkens around the corner, doesn't it look cute? Just up to the top there, and I just want a bit of light just there, because you're going to write your greeting in there. Alright, so that's easy, isn't it? Okay, so that's the inside, and that's the other, and look at this. And this glass mat's in the catalogue as well. I don't know where, if you really want to look at it, just give me a message and tell me. And if you're coming on, can you please subscribe and like say hello so I know who's on. And the first person from Australia will, I can either raffle the card. You can do this wheel and do that, get the cards, or we just do it. So next, I'm going to put a bit of Wink of Stella on here. And this is the one for the card base. I want it to be a little bit more than normal, so I'm pushing out of here a bit. That's it. And I'm just going to, you can just see the little dots. Now there's nothing in the middle there, so a little bit on the bottom. Okay, might put a little just on there for a bit of change. I didn't do it on the other one. Alright, so got that. Now we're going to have to stamp. Where's our... So I have cut out a few things already. Okay, I have cut out my DSP, which is going to go there. I'm just going to let that dry. I don't know why I've cut two out. Maybe I thought something was going to wrong. So out of the memorable balloons, goodness gracious. Here it is. So out of here I'm going to stamp this, and my happy birthday is from the other card, so I'm just going to do that. And then out of the dies I did this. Now, I was hoping I could just use that and then put my flowers inside, but it cuts out a whole piece, so then you've got to cut it out. So I put this in and it cuts it out, and you can take that out, and but it leaves you this. So I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I adjusted, and that's the leaf that I cut twice. I just didn't want to waste time on you doing that. Alright, so I cut it in the blue because I was going to do it in the blue because it looked lovely with that, but then it sunk. See? Too light. So you've got to cut them out and try again. So we've ended up with this. Oh, there was my inside. I must have had it in my other packet ready. Doesn't matter. We've got a bit of everything. Alright, that's out of the way. We need Night. If I'm correct, I did Night of Navy for my stamp. Here it is. Lucky I'm not too far away. So we need a stamp block, and we need that one. I'm doing this one, we're very lucky. So in here in the corner, I'm going to turn that round, so where's my flower? I want it like that. And that's just in the corner there. And then on my envelope, you put things down and they run away. Oh, that was the inside piece. Hold on, I can adjust. I say that a lot in Stampin' Up. I find the bloody envelopes have gone up a lot, but they're good quality envelopes, so you have to buy them. Well, I buy them really for my classes because I like them to have the nice ones. And there's my stamp. Now I did colour that one, as you can see on that one. I coloured it. So we will do a little bit of colouring in. So I think I need to stamp 2 more for, I don't know if that's going to be big enough. No. Ooh, keep all your scraps. So that will be one, look at that. Fit it in. And let's see if we get another one. So we need 2 of those. Alright. Hello. Where is everybody? I'm going live on my own. That's alright, I'll have a little drinky poo. Oh, nice and refreshing. I could tell you it's iced water with an orange juice, but I'd be lying. It's a nice gin and tonic. Okay, so in this I've used Misty Moonlight and Dark Misty Moonlight. And so the dark is in the middle, so we'll start with the light, and you can just sort of go over it. And then that lightens up, it stays a light. Alright, I'll just, not long. It's quite nice colouring in, really. Always find in my class the ladies love to do a bit of the colouring in, like to have a bit of fun on that. We're trying to get ready for our boy's birthday. Now I'm going to do that on that. And remember what I said, if you stick a piece of paper down the inside of your envelope and put it where you're colouring in, you shouldn't see it too much on the back. Doesn't really matter, and it's only for postage. But you know, I know my friends and that they love to receive cards because they're all homemade, and you don't get it a lot nowadays. So you have to enjoy it. And I'm just going to put a little on that, dark it up here. Just give it a little bit more depth inside the inside of the flowers so they stand up a bit more. Just gives them a little bit more, a little bit darker in places, and it adds a bit of colour to it. And I've got here Old Olive because I cannot find my Mossy Meadow pens. You know, the one thing about being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you put things away sometimes and you don't remember. And we've just moved into this house, so even though we've been here 5 months, I still haven't got everything sorted. And I hate to say, if you can see behind me, a lot of things have been dumped in my room because we've been getting our storage unit empty. And not too good, is it? But it's the way it is when you've got a spare room all to yourself. I can't really put them in my bedroom because it's upstairs. I'm struggling with my hip at the moment. Okay, so we've got that bit down, and if you take that out, look at that. You don't see the ink from the thing, so I'm going to pop that out of the road. I have to cut out these, so I'll get my little mini out today. I was working with my big boss this afternoon with my cards for class. Now, which one have we got? That's the embossing. This is not a cutting surface. Our white one's a cutting surface. And we put our flowers down. Okay. And I need to get my flower out of here. Oh no, guess what? I knew something fell down my cupboard the other day, and I was working with this. So now I know I have to pull my cupboard out, and we just have to cut these out. Oh, so frustrating, isn't it? So never mind, I'll just I'm so glad I saw you on here and did this, because I would have forgot to go back and check, and one of those little cutters have come out. So I am just going to, luckily there's only 2. I'll get it in a bit more. So you go into the edge of your scissors and you come around. So I'm not the best at this. When I started I was really bad. So it takes you a while. It's quite Catholic is the word, I think. And some of the die sets only have one die to cut out, and you're doing a class and you've got, you know, 5 of these on it, and you're just sitting there going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's so frustrating. So you sort of try and find something that's a little bit better. But it's hard because you get the idea to do something nice and you've got to go with it. And so if anyone that's on wants to, you know, suggest a card I make, that's fine. I'll have a go if I've got the set. The new mini catalogue goes till end of January. This is the one that's just come out. So this one goes to the end of April, and then they have a new big one. See, after that they have everything goes on, not everything, but a lot of it goes on last chance, and we end up having to buy everything to show them. And I'm not as good as the other people that are demonstrators, because they all buy everything, but they probably have a lot more people doing their classes, so, and looking at the YouTube, so they can sell a few bit more things, but I don't. I'm just a little girl in a little room on my own today by the look of it. So, you know, I just like doing it. I love sewing, and I've always been a quilter, but when we adopted our twins, we didn't end up having enough time for me to quilt. I thought I would. Ended up having to sell my quilting machine, and but I still love sewing, so I like to keep that going. But this takes, I love doing this, but if you join, you can get the freebies, and you can get the extra gifts at the moment to join. If you join, you just go to my page, AnnetteFalconer.stampinup.net, and you join, and you receive option 1. Okay, so when you join during celebrations, which is now, you can build a starter kit for $235 for only $169. Well, a whole suite, like if you look at here, whoops, I seem to have notes in there. If you look at these, oh, that's just stamps. So these are the that you buy them, and they're great for people because these pieces come in a pack called what do you call them? An Ephemera pack, and they have all those bits and pieces that you just stick together and make cards. So that's quite handy for people who just don't want to have to buy everything. So they have some of those kits, and they have stamping. But when you're buying stamps like this, a lot of this is like $200 for the whole lot. But you get the dies, the stamps, you get DSP. Not that one. I wouldn't want that one. But this one here, Floral Delight, you get the, you see this? You get the stamps, you get the dies. The stamps, the dies, you get some bees, you get all the paper. And so that's, oh, it's only $155 for the whole suite. And so you would get that as your starter, and then you also get your choice of products, including shipping, plus you get to choose one of the 2 bonuses. So the first option is 2 sets of markers, the Stamp and Write markers and a stamp set, and option 2 is your choice of $51 worth more of product. So, but when you join up, you don't have to do what I'm doing. You just join up for the 25% off. So next time when you buy, if you buy $150, you only pay $125. So, and sometimes you use that when you got your stamping, and at the end of 3 months you haven't put the money in that they want, you just pull out. It's no loss. That's what I reckon. No loss. Okay, so I am going to put this inside. Well, that looks lovely, doesn't it? Even with a bit of Winker Stella on that. Can you see that sparkling? It's nice and dark and looks really good. How cool is that? Isn't that smudgy and nice? Right, so this one we build up. So now that this is dry, see the Winker Stella is dry, we're going to put on our DSP, not at 2 pieces. And that is about there. Now, see how I've got a little tiny bit over there? When I was cutting it, I was scared that I wasn't big enough, so I thought I'd like to go a slither more. Look at that, that is a slither, rather than a slither less. Oh. Alright, it's getting warm. Let me just turn my air conditioner down to 23. So for all you in America, that will be very hot for you. Oh, hello, we've got someone on over there. Welcome, say hello, subscribe, chat with me, play games. Okay, so next, now I left this on. Okay, so you can, on the other one, you can see just a couple of bubbles, but I think it actually looked quite good. And I'm putting it over here. And that's the right place. So what I'm going to show you is a good trick. If you put some along here, because these are lines, right? This is a silicone mat, and this has got little stitching. Can you see the stitching? So you've got to make sure you got it the right way. That's the dull. Okay, and so what I'm just doing is just touching the stitching on there. Okay, push. How much more have I got to do? Okay. Just getting that into it. And look at that. Alright. So, if I'm correct, I'm putting it there. No, I'm not. That was good, I saw that. I'm putting it there. Okay, you're going to just wash your fingers after that, and a good trick to do is to wash your mat so you don't. But that's the best way, if you slide it through, because when you try and pin it around, it's very hard. Alright, I'll drink to that. Now next, we're going to put our little leafy leaves on. Now you can do the same, but this is, if you can see here, this is a much bigger dot, so you can easily get a little dot on here. So I'm just going to just gently dot all the way up. And so funny, you can't talk while you're thinking about that. And that's going to go over here and up to the top. Oh, look at that, doesn't it look lovely? I'm just going to put my silicone on and push it down. If I put my hand on it, I'll end up with glue. And this one, we're going to do the same. I hope you get my one viewer. I love that. I've been doing this for a wee while. Can't seem to get many people, but it is what it is. So that's going to go over a little because it does go on the other side. And I'm going to cut that there. Right, now that looks messy because of the blue. So what we're going to do is put our flowers up on dimensionals. The big ones. I used to watch Lisa a lot. She gave my picking tool. I love my picking tool. But now I do. I know that Lisa likes her picking tool, and so do I. It's quite handy because you don't have to get your fingers all messy. And there's the other one. Like a card, you can do quite easy because some of the ones I see are so fussy, and by the time you cut it all out, even ones I've copied online, when I first started, I used to go on and watch a lot of them, Tammy White and Lisa Curio and things like that. So that one's facing up like that. And remember when I said you're not going to see a lot of that dark blue? I mean, I like the leaves there. And I used to watch them, and you can, even when you watch this, you can just push stop while you start cutting your your stuff. I've put the instructions of what to cut out, so that makes it a bit easier for you. And over here, I'm going to put a little flower into there, a little bit more in there, and that's there. Okay, and now that's going to go on the back of there. How's that? So now we have to do just our little spare piece of navy. So this is the end of the cardstock when you've cut the actual card. There's always a strip this piece left. So I am going to use that and do a little bit of embossing on that to make it stand out on the card. Our happy birthday. So we've got a little embossing kit that I'm using. Oh, and I did say we're going to put some of this on it, so I better do that while those stickers are there. This is the, what's this called? The elegant trim. Alright, so just going to bend that. Quickly nick this up under here. I'm going to put a wee bit there. And pick that one up for a sec and just tap it in there. And we've got some, see the silver trim? That's a bit hard, but it is there, promise you. So just going to clean this, because if you don't, it gets some of the ink stuff sticks to it, the embossing powder, and then it's quite annoying because you had bubbles. I think I threw out the ones, or I would have showed you one I'd done that worked out wrong. And my dogs are having a little bark. What's that one? They can't get outside, so you don't have to worry. Here it is, happy birthday. Have I cleaned that? I'll just clean that and put it away. Okay, and that goes into your Versamark, which is a clear, it's a watermark stamp pad. You buy that online. I didn't put that into the thing because not a lot of people use it. Turn your stamp around the right way. Doesn't really matter, you're going to turn it later. Alright, I've done happy birthday. And then what I do, goodness gracious. Good thing is no one can get into our house without me opening the door anyway, and they're not ringing the bell, so the dogs are just telling us there's someone going by. So now, see that? And what we're going to do is heat that up with our embossing tool. Nice and noisy, but look at that. It still thrills me when it does that. Easily amused. Okay, and we cut that out about there, so I've done that correct. Put that away for another day. Let's clean this thing up. I see a lot of people on Stampin' Up and they don't really use these as much. They just have a big container full of it, but I don't want to have 15 containers sitting there. It's much easier just have the little wee small ones and just pull out the one I need. So that's the white, and yesterday I was doing some gold, so I'll just pop that back there. Alright, and that. Oh, hello again. Hello, how are you? Oops, that one's from there. So again, this is your free one you get when you spend on Stamping Up, on Celebration. And we just have to add these and we are done. I did that flat, maybe I should, oh, too late. I just realised I'd done the other one flat, but now we're going to have a lifted one for this. Now we better make sure we put it the right way. Let's get that up there. And we want that right there, so we are going to take off that much there because I want it to be so you can see it and it's there. How's that? I hope you like that. It is really pretty. Hopefully that's my gin glass. And hopefully I'll see you next week. I am waiting on a hip replacement. Unfortunately, I've had a bad hip for the last 6 months, and they finally might be able to go in and see someone. So those who are watching and listening, hopefully I will be here next week at 8 o'clock. If not, I will leave a note saying that I'm away, and I'll be there the week later. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the card, and we'll see you next week. In the chat, I'll just say to someone on there, thanks for joining. Joining me, and please subscribe. Enter. And those coming on Nettie's, please say hello. Tell me if you like the card and if there's something else you would like. Okay, so I am now going to say goodbye, have a great week, and I'll see you next week. And we are going to